Time for some more Zanzibar flow, and then I take hope, because this was something you could take hope in, like hope floats, because that was a boat. I got submerged like a submarine would. You're not a submariner, so don't act like you was. If you was subtracting from the fucking load, you would have known a fragment from the whole, I suppose. I suppose flows go like roses of poses that's grown in a row, and then dominoes my note, because then you could know to a single part, and then the note was stoked when the part would dog, and then you depart with some, because you would have known something from the not known before, and then y'all knuckleheads need to knock your heads against walls. Open a book and then read it out loud. Maybe the crime would have started in a public scene where they could all wash. It was applause, the dog, and then the applause would start when I do some awesome stuff and make it glow. From the dim it was, or maybe not at all, because then the fucking gnome would have known when the stump would have grown, and then the stump would have become a fucking tree that it was a while ago before it was cut with a sharp. Before I could come in this tombs where they all would lay like mummies would, covered with gauze, I covered with blood, I give them a charm from the axe that I swore. It's a Tin Man from Oz, back to do it again what I did in past tense, because y'all was too passive with this. This was layover red, like for legit. You red-eyed then, you didn't get enough of what I said, so why don't I just say it like you gotta get it, dog. This is RX with my sig at the bomb, where the X would have been in the line to put it on. This is a line in the sand. This is when the two wires cross and they connect, and they become one type shit, because then I could be forewarning y'all like 4 barns are about to burn right now. I'm raw involved because I could burn all at once. A burn ban was off, and then the fucking hard tempo would go when my temples would bulge, and then the veins would all come out of my neck like the way that I want. I'm just trying to learn what a vampire is so I could get with that bitch and then bend over what was carved. It was the oak, that table I meant. And now I got the sacrament with the secret that I'll give. Yes, this is some secular shit that'll make you sick in the sick, because then I sick it like dog, and sickening I raw for a book you can learn. Something if you read it out loud. But if you don't, you're gonna get lured and stuck where the web was roam, where it would come from, what had 8 legs. It ain't a riddle at all. This isn't question mark when I give y'all quizzes. Don't put your hands up, just connect your pins with parchments I get, because the parcels were full. A whole bunch of them that would go on the porch and just yell a beck and real loud, and then they beg for my flow. They would ache for it, so they would ache in their soul. They would just wait for it grown, seeds that you sow, because then I could see it like so, and the seesaw was up to see the sun as it went down. Boom! Yes, then I could go with these songs. Yes, I behoove rap and betrayed some, because then the Beethoven would play, son, and then the piano all day now, because then the fucking day gone, and then the night come, because then the night warrior wore some more of these flows, the gold, because then they could glisten until, and you could have known the weight of his soul. So wait some more for told me, bro, because then I tow a bunch like tugboat, and from with the rope I pulled, and he boat the dog I won't. Yes, I'm on this soul, because I'm on this song, because every time I go some more, I know a child born an angel when the club would come, because then I close this son. Got some more of this Colossus for Colosseums, I love it, because I go where the collisions would stop in the clothes, and then the comets would touch like the stars, but you could wish upon if you want, like crickets sing a song. Yes, and then I got your rickety shit all fixed in the sick if I did with rich, and then I do again if it broke, it snipped, because the rubber band type shit. Every time you pull big, it's gotta go some, it's gotta go with gusto dope, like a gust of wind pumping and out his chest. And then I could compress some more CPO my flow because I didn't like it before, but I like it now type stuff. Yes, stylist with brush. I'm Bob Ross in this top because then I could go to barber shop and get them all cut the way that I want. Let's not give a fuck if you like it, dog. It's not like you're wearing it for yourself. You're wearing it for the king with top, because then I could go with the king crump would have been all alone on the bulbous dome that I go like I'm alien from a ship that spun. Just pee on them clothes and just pee off the dog until the water come up, just some, just enough, and then I could be the justice for all with the barge that spun. Then I could spur enough for this cons for y'all to get. If not identity crisis, son, and then y'all could have saw that I was the best there was. The sacrament sedentary shit is gonna live because then I could pedal the wagon again and I'm back with my bandage. I have it to give because I'm the witch in the heart. All along, that's the tip of my head. That's one spoon in the pull, the cauldron that's hot because y'all could take hold or take heed, or then you could take a pee because you look like you're doing the pee dance when I go. Yes, then it could have been the clothes that stuck to the bow, or maybe show a pan all alone because then I could play the flute like pawn on the stump, and then you could apply something in the pot. Yes. It was a seed to take hold, some weed that you smoke if that weed would just grow, because then you could see the people below. You felt so tall, high above in the blimp you blown, because you're full of hot air, dog. Every time you go, it makes me wanna just pull my ears off so I don't have to listen to y'all. Put me head underwater, dog, because then you could have got waterlogged like you ate too much of that water, dog, every time that you run the bar with the stitchings on. Yes, given off by the quarterback who would have just gone, and then you would have been all pissed off because you would have fought, but the other team would have won. More points on the scoreboard, perhaps. The whistle blown, some more of this gold, because then I could go Adobe, bro, because you would have got sold before we stole, and then you would have went back to the Sony store, where you would have got the record spawn, the laser disc where it would go, or floppy disk, oh yes for sure, because then I could got all your chicks at once. Give them bend over table then, because then I could get some relentless shit like some fables I wrote a long time ago. In the middle of the century shit. A century dispensed for thee, because then I could get all of the pestilence all gone and sick, because then I could cure all. Like microscope. Microscope some soak, and then yo was stole on the road with your hoods up with Joe, because then the Joe be gone and never stop. Your chuckles and gawks, because then I could go ridiculous though to tickle you more inside of your dome with the brain connects to the nervous system. You ain't nervous, dog. Your consciousness isn't been uplifted. So you fell on a little bit, but no, because there was a pawn, because I felt like a pawn of the ball, because the points would have gone on the scoreboard and we would have won. Every time the washer was touched with some of this tar, because then you could have saw the stilts underneath the lace, the bell bottoms bra, because every time I'd go Bronco on some more of this talk, the kicking bull would have got you where the kick belongs. Yes. Those are tears of the clown. That's some more of the roll of the ridiculous trumpets that go, because that was the drums that would go, because that was the bass that would blow, because that was the beat that would go inside of your dome and never leave once it takes home. Once you takes away to find the place, and then y'all would place. Get your center pace as me, because then you find some peace for once and persevere rap with perseverance some more, with some more of the steps that needed to go, cause I felt like they did type shit. And then identity crisis was a handprint in red on somebody's door. You just might get that little saying if you listen before to the shit that I said. Yes, some more of this concrete flow was gonna get yo conclave no, because I feel like some more of this was endurance shit that y'all gonna get. TWA.